Hello and welcome to Crypto Weeklies. In this video, we are going to estimate some of the bear market bottoms for major cryptos. None of the content is financial advice. We launched this feature pretty recently on our YouTube channel. Again, this is the homepage of the website of this channel. Again, this is my own website. You can see on the banner it says what the price of BTC could be in a bull case. The bottom is the bear case bottoms. Essentially, now that we are in 2026, the likelihood that we are in the bear market year is higher than we are in continuing the bull market. This is from the historical evidence on this ROI chart, looking at 2018 Bitcoin year to date performance, comparing that with 2022 and now in 2026. So this is 2018 from the purple line over here. From the yearly open till let's say mid December, the price was 75% lower than the yearly open. In 2022, the price was 65% lower than the yearly open. In 2026, again, it's quite similar to this year over here in 2018 again. Let's get rid of the other years. Just 2018, which is in dark blue color, and this purple or plum color performance in 2026. Now that we are only 10 to 11 days past from the yearly open, at this time again from the 2018 drop perspective, the price did a similar rally towards the first week in January 5, January 6, and then again came cooling back off. Now let's see how long does the price holds a higher valuation than the yearly open. That means for how long does the ROI stay positive, that is above zero over here. If there is a significant divergence in this chart again, then we have to take a look at some of the other indicators on the channel. But for now, the base case is again the price follows a series of lower highs and lower lows in 2026. If that were to pan out, the bear market for Bitcoin and the rest of the asset class such as ETH and Bitcoin, which together, if you look at the Bitcoin dominance over here on coin market cap, it's at around 58-59%, ETH at around 12%. So about 70%, if you add those two numbers up, about 70% of the asset class market share is captured by these two assets. And again, if you include this is again including the stable coins. Again, if you exclude stable coins, again the altcoin market is again somewhere closer to the 1/5 of the market share. So again, it makes sense to have only 1/5 attention towards the altcoins, and again 4/5 of the attention, over 80% of the time, if you include stable coins, attention on in terms of analysis is better spent on Bitcoin and ETH. So coming to the bear market case for Bitcoin, first we look at the regression based valuation, the fair valuation on in terms of the linear regression model, again applied on a log scale on Bitcoin's price action. The fair value per this model is, if you draw this line over here, which this has a 2 degrees of freedom. So again, it's technically a polynomial model. So you can see the regression based valuation for fair valuation for Bitcoin is at around fair valuation is at around 78k, whereas the current price at a daily level again today on January 12th is at around 91k. So again, roughly about 12 to $13,000 higher than the fair value at this point. Again, not too dissimilar how 2022 was started for Bitcoin. Again, you can see back then the valuation the first major drop was at around $35,000, but the fair valuation was at around 30k, so about 5,000, or in terms of percentages, about 15 to 20% higher than the fair value. Similarly, it till about mid of the 2022 bear market year, the price stayed above the fair value. Even if you look for that fair value perspective in a past bear markets as well, in 2018 till about October November time period before that major drop, the price per this model was again above the fair value. Again now this, as the asset class becomes more and more mature, especially as Bitcoin becomes more and more mature now, launched since 2010, so about 15-16 years worth of activity on trading activity for this asset. So spending significant amount of time below the fair value in a bull market again is not too dissimilar. This happened in May 2024 till about October 2024 as well. So what I personally look for, again, this green line again is the worst case scenario for Bitcoin. If let's say a severe recession were to occur in the macro market, what could be the worst case scenario again? Again, where the price of BTC is at a throwaway level. In that scenario, per this model, that valuation could go as low as as of today at around 20,000. But again, if there is a recession in 2027, 2028, then again, depending on, again, not just a typical recession, but again, a severe 50% drop in the stock market. So for example, from the chart over here, this is the S&P chart since about 1993. Again, there are several recessions where the price goes again 50% down compared to the bull market high. So for example, in September 2000, again, price was at around $100, and in 2001 2002 crash, price came 50% down. In October 2007, again, similarly, from $111 to about less than $50. Again, that kind of a crash in the macro market, if that is ahead of us, then Bitcoin could easily, again, not financial advice, could easily drop to those bottom regression levels. So that's the worst case scenario. If we were to look at any analysis with respect to the time weighted average price, that's a better indicator of how low Bitcoin has gone in the bear market. Again, it tends to bottom out about 10 to 15% higher than the time weighted average price. Right now, the time weighted average price is at around $26,000. If we were to extrapolate 1 year into the future, again, towards the end of the year of 2022, like in 2026, like in 2022, that's where price comes really close to the time weighted average price. Extrapolating this 1 year out into the future, then that at that level, again, depending on the price action, the time weighted average price could be somewhere close to $30,000 to $31,000. And if Bitcoin spends again a handful number of days 10 to 15% higher than that, that's how you get to that panic case scenario for Bitcoin over here, where the price is close to $30,000 to $35,000. That's the worst case scenario for Bitcoin. Conducting a similar analysis for ETH gets the price action lows at around $1,500. I know the drawdown for ETH per this model is lower than that of Bitcoin, but that's because ETH has underperformed Bitcoin throughout most of the 2023, 2024, and 2025. So again, the drop to be slightly lower than Bitcoin is not too outlandish. With that, I would like to conclude the video. Hope you enjoyed the content. If you did, please give a like and subscribe, and hope to see you again tomorrow. Thank you and have a nice day. Bye bye.